Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends for another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding a fella that I picked up as a booby prize in a recent team race. And as booby prizes go, he's not a bad one, because this is Rador. And Rador is a legendary. Rador is fire. Rador comes from the underworld, and he's also undead. He also came with his own ride. And unfortunately, he only showed up with one open ruin slot, which is very, very unfortunate. As I understand it, he is one of, if not the strongest monsters in the game. I don't know if that's still true, though, because we've had a lot of individuals. And by the way, I am saying as a level 100 creature, right? Because, you know, we got all kinds of stuff going on now, right? So we'll have to see how strong he actually is, and if he has the skills to back that up. So I have secured a spot for him. Don't set fire to the leprechaun, please. Okay, if you just like skip over the fire like that, isn't it cheating? I mean, if you don't make the jump, you should land in the fire, although not that it would really matter very much to him, right? Alright, so where's our new friend? Chantico! Probably not. You know, the problem with him is that the obvious choices are a problem. I already have a Johnny. I already have a Blaze. I also even have a Robbie. Maybe I'll call him Reyes. I don't know. I'm guessing there will be suggestions. Alright, well, this is Rador. He is a legendary. He is fire. He is, of course, immune to burning. That kind of makes sense because, well, actually, would probably like it. He's already burning, right? Alright, let's look at his stats. And wow, that is a really big strength. 385 at level 1. Okay, that's going to be a lot. However, his health is only slightly above the medium mark there. Once upon a time. He is a little bit on the older side. You could see he had 3 evolutions. He's a little bit older than that. But as you can see, he's still pretty strong. Speed, well, speed is, you know, it's good enough for what he is, right? I guess we're going to have to see his skills to really get an idea of whether or not that's a problem or not. Speaking of skills, let's look at his initial skills. Fierce attack, deals low physical damage. Hot temper, deals low fire damage. And of course, his special skill, Hellbounce! Deals very heavy fire damage to all enemies, may burn all targets, loses all negative status effects. Okay, so he's going to burn them heavily with fire. He's going to set them on fire and burn them. And I guess the fire is going to burn all the negative stuff off of him. That's interesting. Okay. Rador, also known as the Biker of the Apocalypse, was a troublemaker when he was alive. And he is a troublemaker now that he's only fire and bones. Keep him away from your nature monsters if you don't want them wiped out. Oh, what if I do want them wiped out? Shrek is a bit of a problem these days. Alright, well, you know what? He's not going to be a trouble to anybody until we feed him. And I have tomatoes for him. Let's get him to his first evolution at level 4. Alright, that's pretty good right there. And unfortunately, I just noticed that the volume was a little low. I have repaired that. Alright, so let's continue to get his skills. So let's get going. Burning Flash. Deals moderate special damage. Okay, well, burning? Shouldn't that be like fire? Okay. That's a little on the strange side, but I guess we're just going to go with it, right? Alright, so let's continue to level 10 for another skill. Blessed by Heck. Gains damage boost, 50% chance of burning target. Oh, okay, so in other words, he can give a damage boost to somebody, but that person may end up burning, or that monster may end up burning. Okay, let's, hopefully we can get the boosting thing going without the whole burning thing. Of course, that means it's going to be immune to him, right? I mean, if he puts on somebody else, he might, you know, start burning them, but it's not going to work on him. So he could use that as a self-buff. Alright, so let's continue to level 15. Rador is on fire. We can see that. Deals moderate fire damage, gains precision. Okay. The initial skills. Alright, so let's continue to level 20 for some more initial skills. Wicked Soul. Deals heavy special damage. Okay, well, that's pretty straightforward. And no reason to keep that one anymore. That's pretty good damage. That's high heavy damage there, right? That's if the gauge is right. In this case, it probably is. All right, so let's continue to level 25 and his final form. Smoldering Bodies. Deals moderate fire damage, may burn target. All right, I think that's pretty much... Yeah, we could just throw that there. It does less damage than that, but then again, it does do the burning thing, right? Torture effect. There he is, his final form. Okay, how does that not catch fire there? It does look a little bit singed. I mean, the jacket and all. And then he took off. Okay, so let's get him back here for some feeding, for some more skills. Level 30. Mad Ride. Deals moderate fire damage to all enemies. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to throw that up front for now, right? Damage. I know it's moderate, but it's high moderate, right? And remember, he's got a big strength, so that's really going to hurt. So let's continue and see how else he's going to hurt our enemies, right? Flame Slam. Deals very heavy special damage. Okay, that one has a cooldown to it. So this one doesn't have a cooldown. For the moment, why don't we just put that one there? I want to see what else he's got, right? We should have 2 more skills, so let's get them and then we'll make our decisions, right? Melting Ground. Deals low fire damage to all enemies, may burn all targets, gains precision. Alright, so he doesn't need the other one that gives him precision, right? Alright, let's think about this. I mean, I don't need that one. I mean, that one does more damage. I mean, it is fire damage, though. But I think we can afford to lose this one because they're probably already burning. Alright, why don't we just do that for now? We'll see what the last skill is and then go back and decide what we want to keep. Alright, we should have one more left. Smoldering Bodies. Alright, I might grab that one again. It really depends, right? Depends on what the last skill is. Turn them to ashes. Deals heavy fire damage, gains double damage. Okay, and that's a 3-round cooldown. The double damage only lasts for 1 round, though. But, I mean, that's still not too bad at all. So, which one am I taking out? I think the zero cool... I mean, it's not that big of an increase in damage that I'd lose the 0 cooldown. So, I think I'm going to keep that one for the moment. We're still going to go back and look. Right, we're still going to do that. And I do believe we've seen everything. So let's get him to 60. Alright. We may grab that one. We'll have to take a look. And level 60. So let's just go into the skills very quickly and look around. I mean, that's probably his biggest single target damage. But it does have a cooldown to it. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, well, how would the cooldowns look? 3, 3, 0... 3. That's the reason I'm thinking the 0 cooldown's not a bad idea. You know, that's the reason I would take the reduction in damage. You know what I mean? Alright, I might be talked out of it, though. Smoldering Bodies. This one just does burning. Alright, now this is his main damage one, right? So if he gets that double damage and he uses that one, he's going to do a lot of damage, especially with his strength. This one, of course, is going to give him precision. It's also going to burn everybody else, right? Now, it says low. The gauge has it slightly into moderate. I'm guessing, though, that the gauge is probably wrong. It usually is in a situation like this. But I guess once we test it, we'll find out, right? Let's go down a little bit more. So, I mean, I don't think I want this one. I know that, I mean, it's not like he debuffs us against fire or something like that. He's got 2 fire ones. They're just group ones. Actually, we got this one here at the end, too, don't we? Right, this was the one that did the heavy damage and the double damage. Yeah, so he's got 3 fire ones, so he doesn't really need this one, right? And this is the precision. He doesn't need this one because the group one, the second group one is giving him that. So I think we're kind of done. All right, so let's check out the stats. 2450? Wow. I was thinking it was going to be like, okay, it'll probably be like mid-2300s. I was wrong. Okay, that is the biggest strength that I have seen. By a big margin. You know, his speed isn't really terrible, too. I mean, the thing about it is, he doesn't really need the speed. I would put a support speed on him for the group if I was going to do that. Who knows? Maybe I want all damage on him, though. Alright, well, you know what? Why don't we look at the skills? By the way, his life, yeah, we already talked about that already. It's only slightly above what used to be the middle, right? These days, it's really not so good because it seems that everything that comes out is usually like 13, 14,000. It's the new generation. They're stronger than the old generation. All right, let's look at the skills that I chose, and then we'll talk about runes, even though I gave you a little head start. I'm sure you can figure out what I have in mind. All right, we'll start with this one, Mad Ride. Deals moderate fire damage to all enemies. Okay, well, that's just straight fire, burn all of them. It says moderate. The gauge looks like really high moderate. So I guess we'll have to find out by actually burning our enemies, right? And he does have a skill that gives him double damage. So if he can do that first, this will do a lot of damage, especially with his strength, right? Then we'll go with this one, Melting Grout. Deals low fire damage to all enemies. May burn targets, gains precision. All right, so he's going to give him precision. That's kind of in the background. It is low damage, right? Low fire damage, which is unfortunate. Medium would have been good. I mean, the gauge looks like a low medium. Chances are the text is right. I guess we'll find out once we use it, right? However, it does put the torture effect, or I should say it attempts to put the torture effect of burning on them, which is kind of the point in this situation, right? It's a shame that he doesn't do something like does increase damage if they're burning, you know. I guess that's a new concept, right? Like Cain, for instance. Cain does double damage if they're bleeding already and it's in his trait. A guy like this, that would be really something that would make, but I guess with his strength, he'd be just ridiculously overpowered at that point. So, never mind me. And then we have this one, Wicked Soul. Deals heavy special damage. All right, now this is the only special damage he has. I think it's the best damage he does. Yes, it is. Single target, that is. And I kept this one instead of one that did more damage because this one has a 0 cooldown and the other one had a 1 round cooldown. And it wasn't really that much more damage. So this is something that I decided I was going to keep, just in case. I mean, if he gets his cooldowns activated, everything else is a 3 round cooldown. So he can still hit somebody really hard every round until he gets the big boys back, right? So I thought that was just a good idea to keep. And then we have this one, Turn Them to Ashes. Deals heavy fire damage, gains double damage. All right, so this one is what I was just talking about before. If you could use this one and then come back with that, that could do a lot of damage to the entire group. I certainly wouldn't use that one because of the low fire damage. This one could be good. If you did this one with double damage, that'd be really good. Double damage only lasts for 1 round, unfortunately, so make sure you use it immediately, right? Have something set up. I mean, if you're planning on doing it with this one, then don't just use this one, go to this one, and say, oh, I'm not going to have that one back for a couple of rounds. You know, plan ahead. Anyway, his skills are pretty good. The thing about it is what makes them better, of course, is the immense strength he has. As he does have immense strength, I could clearly see somebody putting 3 strings right across the board because, wow, he would hurt a lot if you did that. I might do that with him because his speed isn't too bad, so there wouldn't be any reason to augment it. And if you wanted him as a pure damage dealer, 3 strings would do it for you. I could, however, see somebody doing 2 strings and then putting team speed on, you know, for support. Yeah, I could see somebody doing that. Me, I don't know. I might just go the 3 strings and just go with, let's have him hit things really hard, right? Anyway, he's pretty good. I would definitely say that his stats, most specifically his strength, are his greatest strength. His skills, I mean, they're okay, right? They become a lot better than okay when you factor in his strength and the fact that you can enhance it as well. I mean, he is an older one. When he came out, he was probably devastating. But everybody these days has group heavy attacks and multiple ones that do multiple torture effects. Now, he does do burning, and he can't do burning to him. But the thing is, like as I said, he's not quite modern, but he looks like he could still do a lot of damage. So I probably will throw him into a testing video, and I have 2 individuals who probably will be testing with him. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it, and play games because games are fun. See ya!